Hello, hello, welcome. Today, I'm going to be showcasing a deck that I have kind of done some interesting things with. And this is Courthouse. I call this deck Courthouse of Kargrom. But the idea is to basically just get a lot of value and provide the ability to just out sustain your opponent. If you want the deck list, I'll have that at the end of the video, so just skip to the end if you don't care about how to pilot. But the idea is to just get a strong board presence in the early game. So you'll see me, I'm just trying to trade out, getting some spell value out of the imps here. And I'll probably Pyromancer, yeah. So Pyromancer here, deal with the threats on board, establish my own presence in case I do draw Courthouse. Uh, you'll see I'm getting traded with, so my whole board's gone. That's fine. I have another Infestation in hand. I run Infestation with no Piper. There's my Courthouse. So the idea is I actually do want the rats at the bottom of the deck because this deck does deck out a lot. And it prevents you from dying to deck out. Now, you'll see here, elephants are a little bit of a recurring theme in this game. They give me a lot of trouble, unfortunately. So you'll see here I transcribed because I'm hoping he's going to play another elephant, and I'll get it. I'll get it for 3 gold, but that was not the case. I get a man the cannons instead, which is fine. It's no biggie. But you'll see here my hand's looking a little dicey. You know, I've got few resources I can actually play on this turn. I could man the cannons, Land of Time, something like that, but I'll just hold out. I'm gonna develop a peasant and just have it back so we can't trade with it so that I can Courthouse. And you'll see elephant comes down here, which is gonna be a little rough. Now I'm gonna go ahead and lumberjack Courthouse, and I'm not gonna play Land Beyond Time. I'm just gonna move up my peasant. So I want him to interact with my board here and give me some draws, which he does. So I'm gonna get 3 draws here, all discounted. And now you'll see the power here of Courthouse Land Beyond Time because it gets really nasty when you mix in AoEs. You effectively get 6 damage and 1 draw when you use Land Beyond Time and AoEs, plus whatever damage the AoE does. So you'll see here, I'm just look at the board. Like this is insane. And then all I need to do to delete all this is just illumi into a blaze, and then that's 2 without any like hard removal. That's 2 elephants just dealt with, which is insane. uh like you don't it's 1 card and it gave me all of that value. uh you'll see I don't know, it's hard to wrap my head around sometimes, like how much value Courthouse actually gives you. You'll see here I'm going to try to develop my board a little bit. um Now, this other Courthouse probably isn't going to see any use this game because keep in mind 6 of these cards left are rats. So I only have 7 cards left effectively, 6 now, to actually use. So I'm going to go ahead and use Zeus here, which is a really good flex card to whiteboard. And then I'm going to keep on developing. I get another 3 rats, which is nice because that also plays into the Holy Avenger. Holy Avenger is a god tier card in this deck, and I only started running it recently, and I never realized how powerful this card actually is in Swarm. This card is insane. It's a whole win con by itself. Like my percentage of games won in the early game just because of Holy Avenger is insane. Compared to the long grindy matches this deck normally has. Like you'll see here, he just whiteboard that was 5 units, and all I'm gonna do is just Holy Avenger, and look at that, you get an instant, 10-11 run its back row. I'm trying to avoid the 3 cost kill an injured unit by not trading with the peasant. He's gonna Zeus it though, so that's fine. Lose a little bit of value there. But we have good swordsman placement here, so I'm going to take it. Dwarven Stonemason is a really good flex pick in this deck, just because you get buildings. You can pull Courthouse as a building and just keep it in your hand, but for the most part, you want to be going for like Frost Halls or the Tavern one that gives you neutral units. And Pyromancer is just a really strong early game aggression removal tool. And you can also use him to stack your own units for Courthouse. Like, you can play Peasant into Pyromancer if they have like 2 health on the board or something like that. And it is actually pretty effective for getting yourself your draw and your cycle needed. I don't run Burnout or anything like that in the deck. You don't really need the extra value generation. You have all the value you could ever need. And I'm very hard pressed to find decks that outvalue this deck. I will say the deck Underworld's running here is actually pretty good at providing value. Like, he's lower in cards than me, but I'm hitting my rats here. Like, I'm out. This is all the gas I have left in the tank to deal with. So Courthouse is very good at getting you the gas into your hand. And then it's just a matter of being able to accelerate before your opponent, basically gets you to run out of value. Which this deck kind of does it all. It's got big units, it's got swarm. If they don't have answers to swarm or to big units, they kind of need both to deal with this deck, which not very many decks out there have. And it's a solid. This is a solid all-around deck. So you'll see I'm going to use my eye here to, when your opponent's managed to develop a big board, you can just eye, get out of it, free trade, and then also you have a 2 damage threat moving forward, which is really nice. And you'll see here we're going to get a Frog Prince coming down from him and a Bouncy Chicken. So now, my turn, I'm just drawing rats, just straight rats. I still have 5 more rats left in the deck. So right now, I would be on deck out pressure, basically. I would be taking a lot of damage if I wasn't running Infestation. So Infestation without your Piper is actually pretty solid. The only time it backfires is when they run the 4-cost 4/4 that shuffles cards. It shuffles that thing into your deck that deals 3 damage. So Infestation players can suffer against that because you're just main decking rats instead of the units you actually need. But Courthouse actually doesn't mind main decking rats that much. So it's not the end of the world if that does happen. Now I do have lethal here from Eye, but I forgot about Eye. So I was like trying to do math on how to get my Stonemason to face. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting game. I'll go ahead and we'll play a game actually here. If I queue in, I'll probably cut this out. So this is probably not real, but we're gonna queue one game in, and then I'll talk through the actual deck once we come out the other side. Oh, wait, never mind. I guess this gets to stay in the video. So realistically, in my opening hand here, like, I've got 2 1-costs and my Lumi. I'm probably going to cut the Lumi and the Taskmaster. Sometimes if I have a good 8-cost value card, I'll keep it, because then you can get it off the 2-cost Dwarf, who gives you one of your starting cards. But in this case, I'll just keep my low costs. Keep my opening clean. This deck has no problem with openings. You can go blow for blow with Rush and come out the other side winning. Okay, interesting. This is probably a Fenri deck from him. He's going to be trying to tutor Fenri or something along those lines. I'm just going to go aggressive because he doesn't have cards in his hand anymore. The likelihood that he has answers to early aggression is extremely low. So I'm just going to do this in Infestation. And if he has the Yarm Lightning, then he has the Yarm Lightning. And that's just how it's going to be. But into these colors, the only clear he can have possibly in the early game is Yarm. People don't really run Salhar Rider that much, and Salhar Rider doesn't insta burst when you're swarming with one attacks. So it's pretty useful into these colors. Like, he's having a hard time. He's trying to decide what he wants to do here. Yep. So I'm going to be able to just start getting damage downrange here. I'm not going to... I could full commit. I could go like Lumberjack Infestation here, but I don't think it's worth it. We'll just play it safe around the Yarm. You know, if it does happen, then next turn I can Stone Mason and Lumberjack, but I don't think he has it. Wild Strike, okay. That works. That clears. I was just saying that he doesn't have stuff in this color, and then I forget Wild Strike exists as a card. I'm going to take the draw here. So our other two options were the... And then I'm actually safe to Lumberjack because I can play this next turn. So our other two options were the Stone Walls, which isn't really useful for this deck. We're not looking to keep buildings on board. And then the thing that makes your first card cheaper each turn gives you a treasure, which the Stone Mason actually does give you the treasure out of that. It counts as you actually playing the building, but we don't really need that. We'll look for some more draw here. That will probably serve us a little bit better. So let's go ahead. We're gonna ban an Archive. If we need to, we can Salvation this after it takes damage. I'm just gonna chip one while this attack is low. And we'll see what we can draw. So we get our Swordsman, which is nice. Swordsman's a great source of just AoE control later on for bigger health units that they wouldn't normally expect you to be able to clear at burst speed. We'll see what he's going to do to buff up his Revenger here. I do have Eye for when Fenrir comes out, but it's going to be a little... Oh, wait, I have Zeus. Never mind. I just hold Zeus until he plays Fenrir, basically. Okay, he's going for the classic Trents with the Revenger. A more old-school build. So that's going to buff it up to 4. I get a Courthouse here, which isn't the best thing in the world. Like, I don't really need it. I think what I do here is I go Backdraft, I go Salvation, and I just play a Peasant. And we'll see if we can continue to draw into any solutions here. We can just bide our time. It's not that deep right now. I do have answers for Fenrir when he comes later. We have the Backdraft for whatever your plays this turn. So most likely he's not going to get into positive board development. And then I would like to be able to clear the Revenger, but it's not a complete necessity. Okay, he's going to probably play something here. Peasant, just Peasant pass. I mean, you gotta hit it. He doesn't hit it. That's interesting. Let's see what we pull. We'll take a Halls. I'm just gonna Halls, play this guy, trade, play this, see what he wants to do. We have Adaptive Armor. That's our last draw, which is fine. We have enough cards. The Halls off of the Stone Mason is just so good because you're basically getting a 2/2 and then 2 Frost spells. It's better than just main decking Halls, honestly. Stone Mason is just goated. Okay, so he's tutoring the Fenrir out of his deck. So we're gonna have to deal with 2 of them, which I think I can do. They're +3/+3 each. I mean, I have the Eye. I have Zeus. He's going to play 1 next turn. And I probably have enough burst to actually deal with it. Because I can Pyro. Huh. Pyro, it's 6 health normally, right? So 6 to 9. He's going to have 2, 9 health. 3. I'm 1 off. Damn. Well, this might be a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Hopefully I can draw something to freeze and deal with it. Or he can be smart and trade with the Frost Halls. Trading with Frost Halls is his best move here. Because he doesn't want me to get a Ice Weaver. Like, Ice Weaver is very bad for him. Okay. I mean, sure, I'll take it. What we're going to do here is... How many cards do I have? 9. Go down 2. Okay, here's what I need to do. The Fenrir is going to take backdraft damage, right? So we're not in that sticky of a situation yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trade. I'm going to go Lumberjack, Courthouse, trade. Because I'm going to get 1 draw off of this. And then I need to burn this so that my hand's clear. Because I'm going to go up to 8. Then I'll go up to 9 because the Fenrir is going to kill the Lumberjack. So I'll be at 10. I'll have maximum draw. I can Frost Giant the Fenrir if I need to. I mean, it's going to take 4. It's going to buff up 1. So it's going to be 5 health, 6, 7. Oh, he's smart. Okay, so he's going to backdraft that, which is fine. Now that my backdraft is out, this is a little bit more tricky. I'm getting closer to I. Like, I's ultimate solution here. I just need to have relative health on the board. Because when the Fenrirs come, the main thing is you just don't want them bursting down your castle at rampage speed. He's thinking. He doesn't want to play too much to give me courthouse value. That's his main issue right now. If he just... Oh, okay. Now he has... He's got 4 Fenrirs now. Okay, shit's getting a little bit more dicey. That's not exactly what we want to see in these situations, but okay. 4 buffed Fenrirs it is. This is going to be an interesting puzzle to solve. They're all 7 cost, I think. I think Fenrir's base 8 cost, if I'm not wrong. It's been a minute since I've played against a Fenrir dupe deck. This is interesting. I mean, he plays 1. The first one I can deal with. I need to draw my 8 damage 4 cost spells. That's the main thing I need. I didn't actually get as much value out of the... Okay, now they're all buffed. Interesting. I didn't get as much value out of the courthouse as I should have. Okay, he's going to trade there. That's fine. So I think what we do here is we start prepping for the Fenrir to come. We want to stall his Fenrirs. So we're going to go Frost Giant. Then we're going to go Infestation. We're just going to do that. I should have moved this behind castle to lure the... it's fine. We want him to have more than 1 on the board at a time so that I can eye effectively. So basically we're trying to play the long game with fodder. Oh, he's got the Yarm. Okay. Guess my fodder plan is going down the drain. He can play 1. He probably should play 1. He wants to start staggering them out because that's his win con. I don't know what else he would be waiting for here. Like, you 100% play the Fenrir. It's fine if it gets frozen. You just need to start getting them out of your hand. Because you've got 4 of them. It's not like I can cope with all 4. And or can I? Or can I cope with all 4? Okay, he's gonna wolf. Interesting. I mean, I don't double blaze this, I don't think. I think I just swordsman this. Okay, he's trying to deal with this. He's just trying to have an open board for his Fenrir, which I can kind of get, but it's whatever. Okay, there we go. We got our Flame Blast. That's nice. Let's go ahead and just... How do I play this? I can double blaze. I think double blaze might be my best move here. That leaves board open though, which I don't want to do. I think blaze, pyromancer, peasant is my best move. That is optimal, I believe. Basically, I don't want clear board for his Fenrirs to just come down and do bad things to me. He's sitting on a pretty scary hand. He's trying to get them out on an empty turn, which isn't going to happen. Unless he's going to start blacksmithing them. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to play out his hand so he can start blacksmithing more. It would be an interesting strategy. I mean, he got through the early game even after doing the hibernation, so... And his hand is flourishing. He is creating a lot of value. Maybe Fenrir dupe is the new meta. Yet another land shark. We do enjoy seeing land sharks. This one doesn't get war cry, which is nice. I'm just gonna swordsman between these two. That's an easy trade. He's giving me the value spread here. Oh, and we get a Holy Avenger. That's nice. Another tool in the toolkit for hopefully coping with these Fenrirs down the road. I don't have a ton of burst swarm anymore since I used my my peasants. If I get a land beyond time, I can play that into blaze and have fodder for the Avenger to come down later. Worst case scenario, you just play it as a 5/6 with charge. Like, it's not even bad value for that. It can just get a lot more value. Just play Fenrir, bro. Me when I realized my music was off this whole game. That's a little awkward. It's not exactly what you wanted to see. I've just been sitting in silence this whole time. I'm probably gonna flame blast this if I'm being honest. Probably flame blast polar bear. I could leave this around, but Sacred Ground, okay. I mean, yeah, we just flame blast this. There's our land beyond time. That's nice for down the road. I'll just flame blast, play polar bear, pass. I have land beyond time, blaze. We're chilling for the most part. What do you want to do, sir? Just play Fenrir, bro. Just play it. I don't know why you're like strip teasing me here. Just play Fenrir. Oh my god, that's not Fenrir. Bruh. I'll probably just land Beyond Time Blaze this turn. What if he just doesn't have Fenrir? What if I'm just getting gaslit? And I'm just holding Zeus for no reason? Reindeer? Bro, where's the Fenrir at, bro? Alright, we're gonna set up a vendor this turn. Hopefully that is the only rabbit he has. Should be very detrimental. I probably should have just eyed there, but it's whatever. I'm gonna do that. Should we get land beyond time? Oh, burnout? Okay, nice. I kind of misplayed, I'm not gonna lie. For some reason I thought I had more units there than I did. Like in my death pool. I thought I was gonna get like 4 burnout cards. And I didn't. But this is okay. He's gonna play Fenri now. I actually played that really, really bad. I'm embarrassed now. This isn't gonna make it to YouTube. I'm deleting this. It's not real. You're not watching an actual game. It's just a fever dream. I get nervous when I'm on camera, bro. That's the main issue. Like I get nervous. I misplay. Like if I was just listening to music, I would be flying all over the place, making all the correct decisions. It's just when this is why I don't make YouTube videos anymore, because when I record, I'm just bad. I'm just bad now. Okay, that's nice. We're sitting at a +3/+3. If he offs the imp, we're gonna be chilling. I mean, I'm pretty sure I just Holy Avenger trade with this. And then he'll just rabbit me back, which is fine. Okay, that's mildly more awkward. Maybe we just Eye of Flame this. Oh my, I don't think he has Fenrir. I think now he has Fenrir. Okay, that means I can't Eye of Flame yet. Maybe I just play the long game and I let him chomp me for 6. That might be the move. What if I just act like I'm in trouble? What's the worst that can happen? I take what? I could bait him with Courthouse too. Because I don't actually want the draw. So I could make him not take 6. Okay, I think this is a move. We're gonna bait him. We're gonna bait him. Watch. Like, oh no, don't give me the Courthouse draw, please. Please, I'm sorry. Don't hit it with your big scary shark. Please, sir. Oh no. Please don't hit my Courthouse. I don't think he's gonna fall for it. But this guy takes so long on his turns. No offense. It's okay. Take your time. Think it out. But, you know, like, maybe hurry up. Maybe go a little bit faster. Oh my god, he's not falling for the Courthouse bit. Okay, well now this is bad. My gambit is failing miserably. That's not what you want to see. Oh, he did have the Fenrir. See? And the rat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so over. Oh my god. No. No. I lost. Oh, this is so embarrassing. This isn't real. I don't upload this. I don't upload this to YouTube. It's not a real thing I upload. I can't be like, oh look guys, here's this super OP deck, and then I died of fucking 6-7 rabbits in my face. It's not real. Okay, this is an acceptable opener. Okay, I'm gonna show you that this is the game that goes. Yeah. So anyway, guys, yeah. So after that first game that I showed you, this is the next one. There definitely wasn't a game in between where I lost miserably. That's not real. We don't upload those. So I can't lose, guys. I don't know what you're talking about losing. It's crazy. Okay, so we go ahead and rat here. This is a more classic opener. Like, this is just a nice solid value hand. He's gonna trade, set something up. Reaper, okay. So the question here is, do I want to land beyond time Lumi preemptively before Courthouse? And the answer is yes. Now the reason why the answer is yes is I don't know. I'm just taking a risk here. We'll see if it actually pays off. But if he doesn't cope with this and he plays something with high health, he's donezoed. He's cooked. Because I just coined Courthouse and I win game. If he does manage to deal with it, then that's going to be all his gold. And I can just set up another wave for Courthouse. And it's no biggie. That card's not actually bad. Grave Robbery. Interesting card. So, I think we do a little bamboozle here, right? We're going to get our Courthouse down. We're going to trade. We're going to make him think that he shouldn't play anything. Right? He's going to give us a free turn of development without trading with our units. And then we're just going to Pyromancer our own shit. This is a massive brain move. And if he does play something, well, then I still get Courthouse value. It's not that big. It's not that deep. Courthouse is like this nice little middle child. Like, I could be running elephants in my deck instead of this, and that would arguably be a better turn 5 play. But Courthouse just lets you get... Look, I'm going to get... Oh my god, I'm going to get so much value. Look at this. Look at this. I do trade it this turn. We'll see what we draw first. Okay. I get 3 more draw. Plus, let me cash in a Stonemason too while we're at it. I don't want any of these. I'm going to have too much. We'll go for this. That's not the card I really want, but I guess we'll take it for the time being. Give myself a nice little draw here. Okay. Then we'll play you, and then we'll play you. Ooh, Halls or Brewery? I'm going to go Brewery, because it's more value with the additional pluses, and then we're at perfect cards. And just like that, we are now at a massive advantage. Because all of these are discounted. All of these are cheap cards. Basically, Courthouse paid itself back plus 5 draw. That's the power of Courthouse. I know in the last game, in the last game that didn't happen because it's not going on YouTube, but it looked like I kind of got stomped, But mainly that was because interaction wasn't real that game. How do I want to play this? I think we go Land Beyond Time Blaze. I save the other land. Because I could have gone both, but you don't really want to put all your eggs in one basket. And I have another land, Lumi, in case, he wants to do fun things with me later on. And then we get another Spy Master. This is normally how games go, okay? I just raffle stomp with, good productive gameplay, and then they play those, and then I play these, and then I win. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Anyway, as you can see, it's totally OP deck. Yep, no counterplay. Yep, don't die to Fenri or fucking not in hand, making me think that it was in hand. So anyway, we'll talk through the deck now. So we actually run a decent chunk of 1-drops. We run Andover, Lumberjack, and Imp. And then we run Luminaris. So our early game's pretty covered. If you want to flex out, like, either Andover or Imp for, like, a Paladin, something like that, I would say Paladin would be pretty decent here. I've considered flexing out my Imp for Paladin, but I don't know. I just like having these because they're nice little cycles through when you're playing Courthouse. Uh, Lumberjack's just really good because he's the only thing in here that doesn't really generate you cards when it's a free draw out of Courthouse. Because like this takes a hand slot, and this takes a hand slot. All the heal cards are relatively cheap, so if you're gonna flex something out, I would flex out Imp. Like you know, let's just we'll find out. We'll flex out Imp for that. And then Pyromancer is really good for countering rush decks and high roll decks in the early game, and he can also self-sack units, which is really nice. He's just a great value card. Dormant Chronomancer, great value card, can give you Prince, Land Beyond Times, Luminarises, everything under the sun. Great card. Helps Swarm, because you can print Infestations as well. Just really good flex card. Infestation's really good. Stops you from decking out, gives you some Swarm. Goated card. Land Beyond Time, just starve the deck alongside Courthouse. Just lets you get out of so many situations where you should 100% lose the game. Big 7-11 Kaiju on face. Land of Time Courthouse. To draw 3 more cards, get burn, win game. That's just how it goes. Dormant Stonemason, really solid value card. This deck's just straight value. You want to flex. Basically, when you use Stonemason, the things you're looking for are Courthouse if you're low on cards. Other draw building if you're low on cards, the 4-cost one that deals damage. Crumbling Archives. You want Molten Pillar if they have units you want to damage. Then this guy just turns into 2/2 deal 4, which is really good for 3 gold. And Hall of Flames and the Tavern for just card generation if you're low on cards. And you see those are probably your best options because you don't have to pay for them. Courthouse, you have to pay for if you take it from them. Flame Blast, really good for removing high health units. Just really solid flex card. I almost never sanctify this. If you have the gold to spare, you can try. I tried playing Samson in this deck, but Sanctify just doesn't work in here because you're always removing stuff from their board. You don't really have, 5 or 8 gold lying around, or 7 gold, however much Samson costs to Sanctify. So you don't really use Sanctifies here. Blaze, AoE, lets you do Land Beyond Time funny. Great card. Courthouse, starve this deck, it gives you so much value for no reason. Paladin, just added him. We'll see if he works out. Elephant counter. And nobody really runs Monk anymore, but Monk counter too. Avenger, really good card. I know you didn't really see it that much today, besides that first video, and you got killed by a rabbit, so, that's kind of embarrassing, but I've won a lot of games just off of running Avenger behind Castle. Because think about it like this, right? This deck swarms really well. So you have a bunch of swarm down. They have to spend gold to deal with that swarm. They have less gold to play stuff, which means their board is weaker. And you get a big Avenger. I mean, the math just works out. They have weak board, you play massive unit, you win game. That's how math works. Swordsman, really good for burst clear to get your units to castle and also for defense because for some reason people really like making U-shapes when they're attacking. It makes them feel special, and Swordsman makes them feel less special after they do it. Taskmaster Kargrom, just solid. I mean, people kind of argue Kargi's not that good. I kind of agree and disagree at the same time. He can be really hit or miss. The thing I like about him in this deck is when you draw into him from Courthouse, you can play him and then play the card he gets as well, which can be really, really powerful because when people are sitting on 10 cost cards in their hand, getting your 5, 6, and then whatever 10 cost for 10 gold, it's pretty powerful. You get a lot of Krakens out of them. That's what I'll say. And if they have Taskmaster Kargrom in their hand, and it's the most expensive card, that shit's funny. You're just printing Kargroms. Zeus, just really good flex card. Great for removing high health stuff that you wouldn't otherwise be able to deal with. Has saved me so many games. I can't even count. I would highly recommend, if you haven't crafted this card, to craft it as one of your first crafts. And then Eye of Flame, a little bit of a, if you're losing the game, this is your kind of Uno reverse ticket to dig yourself out of that hole. Good comeback card. And just a value card, honestly. You can get some good value out of it. But all of this stuff together just makes a really strong deck. This is one of the stronger decks I have at my disposal. Like, you have other decks like dragons and stuff like that, but I would argue this deck is more consistent than those. Well, maybe not more consistent, but I have fun playing Courthouse. I just love seeing the draws come into hand. You do have to be pretty good at hand management if you're going to run this, because when I started playing this, I was overdrawing a lot off of Courthouse. So you have to start counting your cards and make sure that you're not going to overdraw, because one of this deck's weaknesses is running out of steam by drawing your whole deck. So you don't really want to overdraw those cards. You're going to need them for the long term. But yeah, I would give this deck a try. It's pretty heavy on the crafting cost. You can sub out stuff like Kargrom and Like, if you have other things you want to flex instead of these, I would highly recommend the Swordsman and the Avenger, though. But yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it there for the day. If you have any deck suggestions, just drop them in the comments, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.